I think it's safe to say we've had our ups and downs in the Feywild this week. We've got a lot to unpack, to be honest with you. This is the after show show. More magic and more. What more can I say? Now, obviously, in real time,
there we go.
We've just come off Monday session. If you're watching this now, that fight was fucking epic.
Our fight was absolutely amazing. And yeah, as I was running for a pee in between the two, I did hear Matt go, "I stepped up the monsters," and I was about to shout about like, "You fucking did!" That's really good.
The crest of the wave after doing that path to the grave, natural 20 damage, and then I'm going to turn around and see that Kirik is now deformed and crippled.
Yeah.
So not only do we need to save me, we've now got to fix him.
And
what are we going to do about that?
No, Bothrid was wild shaped.
So it was his wild shape that took it.
So it was his wild shape that took it, and he is now back. So the beauty of wild shape there.
Yeah.
Protected him from certain elements. So yeah, it's once again Kirik that we need to, or that the party need to try and fix. So I will say on that front, as a Malt Magic and More tidbit, that you can repeat your saving throw when you finish a long rest.
Okay. Well, we're going to need one of those anyway.
I was pretty sure that Kirik needs a long rest.
Hang on, though. You're going to have disadvantage on that saving throw, aren't you? Because of the fact that you're deformed, right?
But I can prepare remove curse by then. It's all fine.
Okay.
Everything is okay.
I was going to say I could give you a
prepare it with his crippled hand. Just
yeah.
I could give you a bardic inspiration die to use against the save as well.
Yeah.
I wonder if Bothrid's got.
I kept looking because I went like when we last had a rest, I kept thinking of what spells to bring in, and then we leveled up, so I was like, what spells should I add? And I think I jumped between having mass cure wounds and greater restoration. I think I ended up putting greater restoration on, but then I was looking at like the other spells I have, and I was like, when they started doing stuff with eyes, I was like, oh, I've got blindness but don't have it prepared. And I was like, oh, maybe I have remove cut. No, also not. I was like, fuck.
So obviously, and I know that it's good for more than one person to have it, so it's not like, don't have it. But remember that I now have lesser restoration and greater restoration.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you're deciding between two spells, maybe go for the other one.
Yeah, well, because you can cast greater restoration
one greater restoration and two lessers.
Two, yeah. Because
So,
I might stop less restoration unless we know it's going to be something like,
I'm just going to keep I always have lesser restoration with me, and I honestly would try both in next session, and will.
And did you try Hellish Rebuke a couple of times, but it just didn't work?
I should have the first time actually. Not use Hellish Rebuke, but actually just do the Stone's Endurance to not Stone's. Which one is it? Oh God, the one that means that I can.
What are you trying to do? Reduce damage. Or?
I can reduce the damage on my reaction. So I should have done that the first time because I didn't use my reaction at all then. So I could have used Stone's Endurance. It was that one. Whereas then, yes, after that, I was thinking, okay, let's try and basically take this guy out on a reaction. Didn't. So yeah, unfortunately, it was one of those ones of like tough call because he can't go anywhere. So I risked the opportunity attack and should have used it, but it worked on I think once.
That anti-life shield was an absolute fucking power move.
Yeah,
that worked a treat. That
absolute treat. That was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Total
that last fight
DM
was so good.
clarity on that as well. I didn't realise until the point where I said, right, we're going to try and swing against this shield, that they could have, because they had a reach of 15 feet.
Holy!
So read your character sheets, people.
Yeah.
I didn't realise they could have just swung through. I thought that was if they tried
Yeah.
to swing, that would have been it. They'd have stopped.
No, unless
So
it's
it
like,
makes sense
like
they
okay,
were confronted
technically-
with shit at that point.
Technically, they could have continued to hit me on one of their rounds then.
Yeah.
Because I was 15 feet away. God, 15 feet? I've not seen a reach of 15 feet. That's
I mean, it
impressive.
is a huge creature, so
Yeah.
They
No,
are
I'm
massive.
Yeah.
I think
That last fight was so good, we
dragons might
forgot.
have that as well.
We also had a previous fight early, as soon as we started the stream.
Yeah.
We did.
So we've actually had 2 scraps
did.
today.
2 epic scraps.
2 scraps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One against
Yeah,
some trees
fireball.
and a shambling
Fireballs and-
mound.
A shambling
A
mound.
shambling mound.
Oh, I'm going to go have a look because I've not seen that
So was
before.
that also
So I mixed that
vulnerable
up
to
because
fire
the
damage?
trees themselves are susceptible to fire. Vulnerable to
Shambling
fire.
mound is-
The shambling mound is not.
I was just waiting
And I was
for...
waiting for somebody to use lightning damage as well, because that would
Yeah,
have been
me
brilliant.
too. I was waiting for Witch Bolt from...
I can't
Well,
do the spells, can I?
right. So here we go. As I shot Thunderwave at whatever it was to shoot him away, the tree, I then ran back to the middle of the fight. I wanted to then use Lightning Lure to pull the one that was over the other side of the river. Which point, I would have done some lightning damage.
Yeah, but that was against a tree, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
so that
Shambling
wouldn't
Mound,
have
I'm pretty
mattered.
sure.
If you'd have hit S,
Yeah.
if you'd have hit the shambling mound with a lightning lure, that would have made it interesting.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I decided
Yeah.
to surf it down the river instead.
Anders had
You
some
know,
pretty
actually-
epic moments this episode. This has been
Yeah,
the
and,
undershowed,
and there was-
well, Monday night.
And it was on a roll there.
And rode a shambling mound, then rode a dryad, and then took out a huge great giant thing.
Through fireballs.
Fucked a giant in the eye. So you really were having a night, weren't you?
I head fucked more than one thing tonight, that's for sure. Why?
I do
why
not have
you
enough
think-
whiskey in the house for this shit.
What is your theories on why I used to go to the Feywild as a kid with my dad, and he used to meet with Eladrin?
I don't know, actually. I think I need more information.
Yeah, that could go in many different ways. That could just
I
be
know.
an alliance, a good place to
also don't
chat,
know-
maybe a go-to
we
place.
also don't know why you lost the memory. If it's because like the Dryad said, oh, it's just because you left or whatever, or if it's someone actively, because we've had that theory of the Eladrin did something to the memories of Ander. We've had that theory before, so might be.
Now, as far as Dave is aware, coming out of the Feywild does have that potential of you either spending a lot longer in there or losing memory, or both. But I know that Dargon definitely doesn't know that, so you know it's he believes it's something or someone did it to him.
We also need to cast Sending when we can to try and figure out where the others are.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Well, I suppose at the moment we're not going to get much. Well, hopefully we get some information, but at least we'll be able to say, "Hey, we're here," on our way. Which I don't think we did when we arrived. So I don't think
We
we've
didn't
actually
tell
spoken.
them.
We haven't actually spoken to them in the Feywild. So yeah, that was
We're really, really bad at that.
yeah.
I still can't
tags.
believe we
Hey,
forgot.
Captain Swift, do you remember us?
I still can't believe we forgot Feltag. That's just the funniest thing.
In our defence, we have got.
That was
a lot
arguably one of
things
my
to worry
favourite
about.
moments of the last few episodes was we're just going to load up on a trade caravan. An hour into the journey,
That's so funny. So
realise.
funny.
Also, Matt, you can decide as DM on this one. Did I collect my cape on the way out or not.
No.
I don't think it is.
No, because you didn't actually say you went back to go get it.
Yep, so I do not have that.
What's that cape do?
No.
Fuck all, it was just a
It
cape.
was just a little shoulder cape.
It was literally just, getting some clothes sorted. They're still at the tailor's.
You got distracted by the armor.
And we're going to be in the Feywild for a month, so they're going to be pissed.
They'll just charge you more. That's what it'll be.
It's fine. It's fine. Dargon's really good at haggling people down. It's fine.
So we've got to get an acorn from a tree. We've got to fix Kirik. We've got to rescue Vraco the vampire.
Yeah.
Oh, I could ask the Dryad Spirit if she knows how to reverse the curse.
You could.
And
Sorry, hang on. Does remove curse work on,
Guess
that?
we'll find out. Guess we'll find out.
That's a good point. And then we've just got the little
there's a bunch
matter
of
of
there's a bunch of
Stillman.
there's a bunch of stuff we have that could do that. There's remove curse. There's obviously greater restoration.
Yeah.
Chopping
There's
his
the
head off.
spell evil and good. That could work as well, but it's all a matter of trying. I burned through. I was like, today was like, oh, I've got 2 5th level spell slots. I'm just gonna use them. I don't care. So I'm in like
I've only
flame
got one
strike,
fireball
and then
left.
Oh.
yeah.
I was
Good.
really tempted to use an arrow of face. I wasn't convinced any of those creatures it would work on.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
think
was sort of hoping they were
whatever we
fiends
find
as well,
out
so.
Yeah, not a clue. Just because it's in the
enough.
Feywild doesn't mean it's a Fey creature necessarily, does it? But
Especially like where we are now, it's like the Dark Fae or whatever. So
yeah,
we never know.
I
Plus we
think
don't have a paladin.
I
The
think we have a
Feywild is one of
dungeon
my... Yeah, the Feywild is one of my favourite settings in the whole of D&D lore. Like, I've read quite a bit, and I love the idea of the Feywild because it comes with not just the Feywild, but the Feydark, and the manner of creatures you get there, and it's just this whole mess of shit you can play around with, which is kind of why I was intrigued by the UA stuff that came out, talking about Feywild creatures,
Oh, the
which
most
tells
recent
me
one.
after they've done the Ravenloft setting, I'm wondering if they're going to delve more into the Feywild.
Absolutely. Absolutely, that's what's
So
gonna be.
I'm really looking forward to that. Because if you think, before they announced the Ravenloft setting, there was the UA races, so Dampir, Hexbloods, and something else which I can't remember.
College of Spirits.
Revenant.
No, I'm on about races that you can actually play.
Oh, okay.
It was the Revenant race.
Yes, it was a Revenant race. So yeah, I'm thinking the next source book is going to be Feywild related.
Yeah. Absolutely, it's going to be like
So, yeah,
around summertime.
I had a lot of fun planning this one. Yeah. So you'll probably be making a trip back into the Feywild around summertime.
Someone else will be stolen
No,
there.
I'm just kidding.
Our Halloween one-shot will not be at Eastvale anymore.
Well, for the Halloween one shot, you can just have the fucking Van Richard's Guide to Ravenloft and just do something with that.
True,
Yes, you
true,
can.
true.
Well, they say you're not going back to the Feywild, but I'm pretty sure Anders going to want to make some booty calls at some point.
Is he going to remember?
Well,
Well, I don't remember us being children together. I want to know what would have happened if you would have woke up the one in the haggard tree. Because you had the kiddie tree, so obviously all of our sisters, weren't they? So you got the kiddie tree, the old horrible tree, and the one that was like an autumn tree.
It's probably a hag. Let's not. Let's not.
Is it the hag?
No. Let's not. Don't like it.
I'm assuming when you
yes.
say the hag, you mean the hag you've met before.
Eastvale, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Might be. maybe.
We've done so much. Because when you said
You never know.
you've met me before, I thought you was reminding me that I forgot I'd met her when I actually got the blessing. And I was like, oh yeah, I remember that now. But what you were actually getting
Oh,
at
I
was,
knew. There were so many avenues I could have just left you with and totally left you hanging. I was just like, no, she's not that much of a dick.
I was a little bit worried before I got a DM whisper saying "bam chicka wow wow" that I might not come out. I might not come out of that tree.
You've come out of that tree a different man.
I come in the tree.
Oh, there we go.
I mean, don't put a sex scene in there, Matt, and this won't happen.
This is why I didn't put the sex scene in. This is why I specifically cut over the sex scene. We faded to black and moved to the next part.
It was like 50 Shades of Bark in there, I'll tell you that.
Shut up.
Well,
We
Mark's
don't need to talk
worse than a
about
bite.
splinters.
So, and unsurprisingly, is the first character to have sex with someone.
Yeah.
Well, I've hit the
think-
stereotype of a horny bard now, haven't I?
In the stream, yes, Ander is the first person to have sex with him. I think when we started out, I think every character but Dargon went and, to use a certain term used by other streams, visited a house of lady favours.
That's fair.
That was
Of course,
when
in
we
a fantasy setting, you
celebrated
have to get that out early.
getting rid of the red gear. Yeah, we did. It's all the tropes that you got to tick off, didn't you, before you do it properly.
Yeah. We got them out of the way pretty quick.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was dealing with the red guard in Lost Mines of Fandelver.
I am worried that we might meet the Eladrin in the Fey Dark.
I am concerned.
Well, yeah, we have a dungeon call ahead of us, so let's get a long rest in.
You sure you just don't want loads of short rests?
I'm happy with short rest, but you guys need long rests.
Just
Yeah,
fight
I
short
mean,
rest.
Kirik is tapped for 5th levels. But it's got 1/4. I've not used the 3rd level spell slot yet, and 2 seconds and 4 firsts. So it's okay. I just don't have the big weapons.
I mean, if we go around the corner and there's another one of those big fuckers.
No anti-life shell this time.
Yeah, to be fair though, we did. Did we talk? We talked back in the Malt Master. Did we sleep and then get taken? I think we did, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
you had a long rest before you went to the Feywild.
Yeah. So we got to the Feywild. We've been travelling for a good number of hours. We then had a short
That's
rest
true.
while Ander didn't, and then we've gone on a little bit further. I'm not saying it's like really late, but you know, we've been travelling for a good few hours.
We also have no concept of what time it is underground, I suppose.
True. Yeah.
It's difficult to tell the time in the Feywild as well, because the
Some
way
have
I've
sets.
imagined it is it's in
It's like a
a
casino,
perpetual
isn't it?
state of
Yeah.
daylight.
Yeah. So, yeah, we could do. I mean, I'd be very thankful. I think you guys would be too. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind some hit points.
Yeah. To be fair, I'm as I say, I'm down.
Bothrid's
I mean, I'm-
like
You did
almost half
take
health.
quite a bit of damage there. You and
Yeah.
Kirik. If Matt would have realised
yeah.
that he could swing through your shield, you'd have probably been down at some point.
Yeah.
That anti-life shell would not have lasted half as long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I was
yeah. I
surprised
mean,
it
that,
lasted as long after the first damage.
I was about to say that first swing just would have taken you out, as it did.
Yeah.
The first swing that came through. I'm on half health, to be fair.
I've also just
No, I think
realised, again, not reading character sheets, and I really need to. Bothrid has the totem spirit of a bear, so he gets resistance to all damage
everything.
except psychic.
Buff.
Except psychic.
So everything that would have, I think it's only been bludgeoning damage today anyway, but in
Yeah.
past past episodes where he's been dealt with stuff like fire damage and stuff like that. He gets resistance to all of that. So in fact, let's just make it easy for myself and customize resistance to everything.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it doesn't show up.
It doesn't.
It would be good if you could press rage.
This is still
isn't
my
it?
bugbear with D&D Beyond is when you click rage, it doesn't change anything about the character sheet.
Because, like you say, there's a +2 on damage and stuff, isn't there?
Yeah.
Or +2 on rolls and damage or something.
It would be that difficult.
Just damage.
To say rage, you just like when you cast a spell, click the rage button as opposed to cast, and it will chalk off the amount of rages you've got per long rest. Just adds that +2 damage on automatically.
When you get a 20, it doubles the damage for you automatically. So the logic must be there for it to work.
I'm sorry, it's there somewhere, but
Thinking. Actually, she said, I'm just thinking about what the spirit said to me. She says she can get something to help, and I need to get this acorn. So I don't know whether it's actually going to be a cure or whether it's just going to be a more powerful version of what the Enchantress has already given me. Because she's a Seelie as well, isn't she?
Yeah, it could be.
The Enchantress.
Could be.
Yeah, the Enchantress, I think she was on the Ladrin as well. So she will be from hereabouts.
I might need to ask her about my dad. Because if he was meeting with a Ladrin... Well, to be fair though, it all depends whether I walk in and I make the saving throw, or otherwise I'll just be dribbling on her all the whole time.
I'm not going anywhere near that one.
There's more. The more I think about it, it's like the more I don't question people enough. But then I don't actually make the links until it's too late anyway. Hindsight is a wonderful thing.
That's right. We just need to get the teleportation or something, just so that we can start popping it back and forwards now.
I don't think
I've got
anyone will do.
Yeah, I know. I don't think anyone is going to get it.
Maybe Dagon.
No,
not Dagon. Maybe Bothrid with tree.
Tree
stride.
tree stride.
Something to tree stride.
Yeah.
I do think
Kirik will have.
No, not
Kirik
tree
will have
stride. Is it teleport via plants?
Something like
There's
that.
transport via plants.
Yeah, because tree stride is when you actually go in it and you're sort of in the area. You can't. You sort of like.
It's got to be within like 50 feet or something.
But
the
the transport via plants is the one you're thinking of, Smell.
Yeah. I mean, Kirik will have Word of Recall at level 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just ping us back to the Malt Masters, or wherever, obviously, but maybe back to our house that we've not been back to yet. Then again, it's only been 3 days, so.
To be fair, we still haven't looked in all of the other doors in the mansion, have we?
Nope.
What about if one of them leads straight to where we are now? You could just took a shortcut.
That'd be nice.
That'd be annoying. Because if you think about it, actually, if Ethereal has a teleportation to the Feywild, and he was part of the same wizard Oi band as Lord Arith, he might have been back and forth to the Feywild as well.
Yeah, but didn't Lord Arith go to the Underdark?
Yeah, he had a Shadowfell circle thingy. Shadowfell.
So he might have a fucking circle to everywhere, for all of them.
Could do.
He's hoping.
Certainly was playing around.
But then again, when we were speaking to the Grand Magister, she didn't seem to have any disdain for Lord Arith. Like, she was upset with anything he'd done. So she must not have known what he was up to.
Maybe she's okay with it, because actually she was, I don't know, actually.
I think at the time she just said that he was missing or something.
Yeah, she said he was missing, and we said the house is a shithole, and she went, knowing Lord Arith, nothing is ever as it seems. But we didn't directly ask her, to be fair. But I would have thought she would have offered it up, maybe.
Yeah, she just said this a bit a while ago. But she was an elf, right?
Yeah.
So a while ago for an elf can be 50 years or something. Like,
That's true.
yeah,
It could be 200 years.
Yeah, it was a while ago, like 2 centuries. It's like, oh, great, helpful.
Yeah.
I've just seen one of the druid spells looking through what Bothrid could potentially get and seeing when he can get sort of like transport bioplants and stuff. So there is Wrath of Nature,
Ooh, I
which
had that
is
one before.
fucking ridiculous.
I haven't had a
So it's got a 120 foot range
Whoa.
and covers a 60 foot area. Choose a point you can see within range. These spirits cause trees, rocks, and grasses in a 60 foot cube centered on that point to become animated until the spell ends. Grasses and undergrowth. So any area of the ground in the cube that is covered by grass is difficult terrain. Any trees within 10 feet or any enemies within 10 feet of a tree in the cube must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 4d6 slashing damage from whipping branches. And any loose rocks start to be launched at a creature, and they take 3d8 non-magical bludgeoning damage.
What level spell is that?
5th level druid spell,
That is
and
ridiculous.
I've not seen it before. Yeah.
Must be
Is that a new
must be
one?
a Tasha's one. Might be a Tasha's one, yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Xanathar's Guide to Everything.
Ooh.
Wow.
I really need to go back and read that book.
Crazy.
How long before? Oh, it's going to be a while before it gets to 5th level spells, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Level
that's
9.
if Bothrid ever gets up to that level, to be honest.
Yeah, it's level 9.
Bothrid's got a long way to go. Just depends on what he wants to do.
So, if we do end up meeting the Queen or the evil Queen of the Unseelie,
Yeah.
do I? Because after we leveled up, I got disguised self. Do I pretend to be the Eladrin and chat to her, see if I can get any information?
Yeah. Yeah, do it.
The only playing devil's advocate with myself, the only thing is, if she investigates my disguise at any point, she's going to know it's bullshit.
Ah.
Like, for example, if I was wearing a hat, your hand could pass through the hat.
Oh, right, yeah.
So if somebody tries to take my coat off me, for example, to be polite, the hand will go through it.
Yeah.
You can be dodgy about it.
I'm just thinking they're going to have wisdom score to really high, aren't they? I would have thought.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, we don't know much about the Feywild. It might just be charismas. They might just have really good charisma checks.
Yeah. Or worst case
'Cause
scenario.
I think when we fought the Eladrin, I think Kirik tried to do something that was charisma based, and he rolled, like, Eladrin rolled quite well. Again, that might have just been a roll.
Yeah.
I love that
But also,
episode whatever it is, 9, 10 or whatever it is still
Yeah.
like, that's
Yeah.
what we think back to.
Yeah. But, like, if he is what we think he is, then it is understandable that he has high charisma anyway, so...
Yeah.
What about if the evil queen has... Because I'm assuming this mother tree is probably going to be right in the middle of her throne room. Or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
What's going to be in here? I don't know. It's like...
It's going to be the most
We're gonna turn
amazing
the-
dungeon crawl.
We're going to
What
turn the
about she
corner.
has the
It's going to
power?
be horrible things.
Or maybe she has the power the Enchantress has, and we're all just in love with her. And then we're fucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I've
to
prepared
campaign
something
2 then.
for that. I've prepared something for that. It's like, Because I think Kiri was like, wait, we're going to the Feywild where everything can just charm you? Don't like that. Let's prepare this spell. So I've got something for it, but yeah.
I brought an axe.
That's why I struggled with, like, I had to strike a balance between, like, yes, obviously I have to have healing spells because we need that in case. Then I was like, I want to have some stuff that can deal damage, so that, like, I'm not just topping up. But also I wanted stuff to stop charm effects and stuff like that, because that's gonna be the bane of it. Like,
Yeah.
if we get into the fight and, like, Dagon gets charmed or something, and they get incapacitated, like, that's the damage gone, because Bothrid deals damage, but, like, he's really more of a tank. He's really more there to sponge hits, but yeah.
And Matt rolls really shit when he does Bothrid's damage.
Bothrid does my fucking head in. Basically, I think I'm just going to have to start doing reckless attacks for everything Bothrid does now.
Yeah.
Just go reckless.
Yeah.
It's going to have to be done.
What's the consequence of the reckless attack? Is it they have advantage on their
back.
next attack?
Yeah.
So you get
everyone.
advantage on the attack, but they get advantage on you. It's only the first attack of your turn.
And it means that everyone gets
I think
advantage.
you can go reckless on every attack, though. I'm pretty sure.
What? Because you get 2 attacks a go, so you can do
Sure.
reckless attack twice.
He can get 3 attacks at one
Bear with
point.
me.
I think you just announce that you go reckless, and for the rest of your turn.
When you make your first attack on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly, giving you advantage on melee weapon attack rolls using strength, but attack rolls against you have advantage until your next turn.
Oh, so that means if you're first in the
Until your
round,
next turn. So.
and then everyone else after you gets
Yep.
advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, no.
Against you, yes.
Yeah.
But
So it's not
you're
like you
barbarian.
guys get advantage, it's basically anyone
Yeah,
that
that's what I meant.
attacks.
All the enemies
you.
that
Yeah.
attack Bothrid.
So if he had 3 guys around him, went reckless at one of them, all 3 would have advantage on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The trade-off being that
I
if
think
you're
it's a
barbarian, you're
particular
raging,
class of barbarian
that was
that gets I think it's like the Battle Rager or the Berserker, where they can attack recklessly on all attacks.
But to be fair, you also
It could be
are then
Berserker,
resistant.
yeah.
I just realised I'm not even on the screen. You're resistant to all damage anyway, so I suppose it doesn't really matter, does it?
or physical damage, yeah.
All except
Yeah.
psychic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a lot better.
So what we're saying is the Feywild is just full of creatures that do psychic damage.
Not surprising as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just having
we
to
fought
make a
one.
charisma saving throw. I was like, oh, I could do this.
Yeah. We fought one that was just entertained with bugbear, not bugbear.
What will actually let me know if it's a Fey creature and I can use my Fey slaying arrows? I get advantage against saving throws from magical effects from Fey creatures. So I get advantage if they try and charm me on the save. So should I have got advantage on that charisma saving throw, Matt, when they try to deform me? No. So they weren't Fey
Not
creatures.
he.
So it's a good job I didn't waste my arrow.
Yep.
And that's my detective
we don't have
skills right there.
We don't have a paladin with divine sense, so unless we have like this is the thing. Like even with fucking if Dagon just puts detect magic up, everything's just gonna light up. It's gonna be like a party.
Well, because it's all that. There was like a purpley aura, which is not a purple aura, a purplish light everywhere, which is basically a nicer version of the storm we was in a couple of episodes ago.
Yeah.
The Feywild is just inherently magical. It is almost like the plane of magic, if you like.
However, what I do look forward to if I do it is the ability to know your enemy. If I go down a particular route, I will be able to spend at least 1 minute observing or interacting with another creature outside of combat, where I would learn 2 of the following: strength score, dex score, con score, armor class, current hit points, total class levels if any, and fighter class levels if any.
Mastermind Rogue can get similar, where if they interact with a character for a minute outside combat, you can pick one score. So is my intelligence score higher than his, or is my wisdom score higher than his?
Yeah.
Yours is. You find out more yours.
But again, only stuff that's that's good for combat. But it's good.
I really need to read Bothrid's character sheet more. He's got saving. He's a hobgoblin. He's got saving face as well. I could have saved against that deformity by using that.
Oh wow!
Could have just saved the throw. Basically, could have got advantage on it.
The more you tell us, the more that we'll all remember for you. 4 of us trying to remember that one. I think we can do that.
Sorry.
We all need Bothrid's character sheet open.
Or I'll just kill Bothrid after me and go worry about it.
If you'd have made him an official sidekick, it'd have been easier. Although that is a ball ache it is a ball ache to manage as well, because it ends up in your extras bit of your character sheet.
Yeah, the extras is a struggle. Like we were saying earlier, the extras needs to be that you can actually click it and sort of transform your own character sheet, or choose whether you want it to do that, because obviously sometimes. But yeah, when it's like you turn into a bear.
A little bit more difficult. I think that's a little bit more difficult than doing things such as the rage feature for me.
Yeah,
shouldn't be that difficult, because it's literally just while this is cast, while you've got rage clicked, you get +2 to your attacks or +2 to any damage.
Yeah.
You've got these resistances that come into play, which you can just add on the fly anyway, and then it chalks off one of your uses of rage.
Yeah.
You can already do similar mechanics with other stuff. So...
Yeah, because
it's like a tuning to an item, and if you click a tune, that can add your resistances and all sorts. It can't be that difficult to do.
Just out of interest, when you do roll a natural 20, it doesn't factor that in on the damage die.
It does.
Yes, it does.
It doubles it on mine.
For the weapon you rolled with.
Yeah, that's fine. I just didn't know. I've not used it that way.
But it won't do things like then sneak attack. It wouldn't then do that for you.
Yeah.
No.
You can do if you right click on it.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah. So
if you right click on it, it tells you to go if you want to roll critical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, yeah. I could have just done that, save some maths. But yeah, when I got a 20 on the oath bow, the 1d8 plus 4 became a 2d8 plus 4.
Ah, okay, that's good. Yeah, that's.
I mean, we're moaning about D&D Beyond, but let's be fair, it's got all those features that are already there, which people in the past have not had. So.
If I had to do this for the pen and paper, I'd be an absolute. It would not be a good streaming view.
No.
Oh, I'd have a calculator by me permanently.
I have it up regularly because I hear how much damage you guys are being dealt, and I'm trying to do it on the Excel sheet. And I know that I just need to sit down and just type in how much damage you guys have taken into one cell and healing into another, and let it do the work. But I haven't done it yet, which is so stupid of me.
It's all right. I've still got stuff on the website to do, so we'll sort it out.
But I've also obviously been thinking, do I do that? Which I will do. And then I was like, okay, once that's done, do I also then try and build this like extension, which will mean that it'll actually do all of this for us? But we shall find out. On that note, shall we wrap up and
Avray enabled?
Avray?
That's on the Discord.
Have we got the Twitch extension enabled?
Yeah,
it's Discord. Have we got the Twitch extension enabled?
We've got the
overlay,
so people can look at people can see our character sheets when they're watching it.
Yeah, absolutely. This is, as I say, it's purely for it to be on stream, and actually more for us, to be honest, because I think we all look at it for how well are we doing.
Yeah, because to be fair, if I didn't know how many, it helps me. So if I didn't know Kirik was on 30 hit points, I wouldn't know that he might need help.
Yeah.
It makes me. It triggers me to think, oh, my character might see him looking a bit ropey.
Yeah.
Whereas if I won't be able to keep track of it otherwise.
No, because to ask everyone goes, are you guys all right? You know, or what do you look like? Just adds time. Whereas if you just got the number there, you can automatically see. So yeah, it works.
Yeah.
Cool. Right, shall we wrap up? Everyone
Let's
and all.
fuck off.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely. Well, that's a fantastic one again tonight. Loved that. Thanks ever so much for tuning into Malt Magic and More on this lovely Wednesday evening. I do hope that you have enjoyed tonight's stream, and also hope that you have enjoyed our streams on a Monday night. If you would like to follow us on Twitch, subscribe to our YouTube channel, give us a like on any videos that you see there, follow us on the socials, and yeah, just you'll find some snippets and videos and a few bits and bobs up on our socials as well. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. We hope you have a lovely evening.